What's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel. Today it is time for a little swatch party. If you have been around for a few videos now, you've probably figured out or heard me explicitly say that one of my favorite companies for lip products is NABLA Cosmetics, and NABLA just released their new matte lipstick collection. The collection has 16 shades, which is a little bit on the smaller side, which makes my job so much easier today. But within those 16 shades, there are actually 3 different matte formulas. Top row is called their Bounce Matte formula. They have a little description in here of what that means, so I'll read it to you. Bounce Matte lipstick will surely become your secret to dangerously attractive lips. Ooh. Super pigmented and long lasting, it's a filling formula with a plastic matte finish. Makes the lips look smooth and irresistibly flawless for hours and hours. The second row is called their Super Matte. That is the smallest selection of the 3 with only 4 shades. And that is described as the Super Matte lipstick is all you need to show your most confident self, incredibly long lasting, richly pigmented, and extremely adherent to the lips. It can boast an amazing velvety matte finish. And the bottom row are 6 shades of what they call their Soft Touch Matte. And from what I can gather, these are very similar to the MAC Powder Kiss lipsticks. I'll give you their description though, instead of you just hearing me describe what I think it's gonna be like. Soft Touch is a new lightweight matte lipstick with a soft focused finish. A pure innovation, it has buildable coverage that gives the lips a smooth and plump effect in such a subtle and sophisticated way that you will forget you are wearing it. Just to give you a look at what that one looks like, it appears a lot like the MAC Powder Kiss ones. Normally, I would film a swatch video with a completely neutral eye look because I like to do that to give every shade a fair chance. Unfortunately, I had to stack my filming this week so that I'm filming several videos in one day, and I already did this makeup look before this. So if it clashes with any of the shades, I apologize, but try not to let that color your opinion of them. So I'm gonna go through, swatch each of these shades on my lips, show you what it looks like, and then at the end, I will let you know what I think of each formula, which one I like the best, and which colors I like the most out of all. A lot of times when I post swatch videos, they wind up getting a lot of views, and that means that there are a lot of new people coming in, and a lot of times people leave comments and I'm not sure they entirely understand the purpose of the video. When I do a swatch video, the purpose of the video for me, and what I think is the most helpful for you guys, is to show you the color as it applies, the finish of the product, how it applies from whatever packaging it is sent in. So in the case of lipsticks, how it applies straight from the bullet. And it's not necessarily to show you the most perfect application or like some way that you think that would be a better application for that product. The first reason being, like I said, I don't want you guys to have a false idea of how the product applies directly from the applicator that is provided with it. And the other reason is these are swatches, and I'm doing sometimes 16, 20, 40 of them in a row. And if I was gonna sit here and carve every single one of them out with concealer and perfect every edge, I'd be here for 47 years. So yes, I'm aware that not every single color is applied absolutely perfect to my lips for every single swatch. I know that. My lips are scrubbed, they are hydrated, they are feeling delightful and ready to roll. Before we get started, please don't forget to leave a like on this video if you don't mind taking a second to do that, because it helps me a ton and I would really appreciate it. And if you're fairly new here, maybe this is like the second video that you've gone through, you've been binging a couple and you're thinking about subscribing but you just haven't done it yet, go ahead and subscribe. I would love to have you around for more videos. Oh, all of the information about these, the launch, the availability, the price, will all be listed in the description down below. And if it's not, feel free to leave me a comment. I'm pretty good about getting back to them and answering any questions. I think that's all we need to talk about before we get into it, so let's get started swatching these new matte lipsticks from NABLA.
When there's no hope hiding, no chance concealing what deep down I felt for you. Oh, I regret for losing the one who loved me, for who I can't go back to. Walking through all the dust
So now that we've gone through all 16 of those shades and I kind of have an idea of how they apply and stuff, I have some thoughts and I have some favorites. I have to say that the Bounce Matte and the Super Mattes are both, wow, very, very matte. I didn't expect them to be as matte as they were from the way the bullet looked. They looked like they were going to be more like the regular MAC matte shades, if that makes sense. And the way they actually applied is more like the MAC Retro Mattes, like super duper, like matte, flat matte. So if you like super matte lipsticks, you are going to really like those. I didn't really feel like I could tell a ton of formula difference between the Bounce Matte and the Super Matte, but what I did notice a big difference is in the shape of the bullet. The Bounce Matte has like a flat edge on the top, where the Super Matte is like a classic bullet shape. Personally, I think I like the square top better because I was able to get like a really nice line for my Cupid's bow with it. But that being said, that will kind of dull itself over time. So it's not like a make or break situation, but I did like that. And the soft touch ones had a different bullet shape as well. It looks like a classic bullet, but it also kind of scoops inward like this way to hug the shape of your lip, which I also like. I would love to see a lipstick with the flat top so you can get a good line for a Cupid's bow, but also a curve so it hugged the lips. I think that'd be fantastic. But I just think it's interesting that all three formulas have a different shape of bullet, and I would love to know like what the reasoning is behind each one. Out of the three formulas, I think my favorite was the soft touch formula. Personally, for me, I love matte lipsticks in general, but the soft touch ones, they are so comfortable to wear on the lips, and I find those types of formulas to be very, very versatile. The Bounce Matte and the Super Matte are like so matte that they don't feel slick and like super slidey to apply when you first put them on. But once they're on your lips, they feel like there's really nothing there, which is ideal for me, especially when you're dealing with a classic bullet lipstick, because I don't want to feel like there's a lot of product on there that's like getting all over my shit, you know? Obviously, I don't really know how these wear yet. This is really just more of like a first impression style review, but I will continue to wear these in the near future and kind of keep you guys posted both in videos and on Instagram stories and probably Instagram captions as well. I did go through and make notes of like which shade was my favorite out of each formula. So from the Bounce Mattes, my favorite shade was Nolita. I thought that shade was so pretty and really flattering and something I would definitely get a lot of use out of. Out of the Super Matte formula, my favorite shade was Platonic Love. I felt like that was like one of those sort of like a softened red color. It kind of gave me retro vibes. I really enjoyed the way that looked, and I felt like it made my teeth look really white, which I always like. And from the soft touch ones, my favorite was Party in Paris. It was like a really soft pink and kind of looked automatically like it had like that blended out edge, and I didn't even really do anything to achieve that. I just kind of went with my skin tone that way. I feel like for other skin tones that might not be the case, but on me at least, I thought that was very flattering and very easy and very like something I would throw on and feel like it was really pretty without a whole lot of work behind it. And I also thought that the color of it kind of like really woke up my face a little bit. As far as the range of shades, for NABLA, this is definitely a more conservative shade range. Like a lot of times they will release like very, very out there colors along with their more neutral shades and their classic reds. For this launch, they didn't do any of that. Personally, that's totally fine with me because I prefer strange colors or like more non-classic colors in liquid lipstick formula because usually I would use them for something a little bit more intricate or like maybe lip art, but I would love to see them expand this line into more shades in the future because as much as I like the ones that I wore today, 16 is not a ton, so I'm hoping they come out with a little bit more. That's all for today. I hope you found the swatches helpful. I will be back in a few days with some looks and some swatches and a first impression of the new Kathleen Lights ColourPop collection, which I'm very excited about. That is what I'm wearing on my eyes right now. So if you are excited for that, you are in for a treat soon. Please don't forget to leave a like on this video if you don't mind taking a second because it helps me out tremendously and I would absolutely love that. And also, if you're new here, please don't forget to subscribe because we have so much more coming down the pipeline and I don't want you to miss any of it. If you want to keep up with me between videos or see some behind the scenes or participate in polls and Q&As that help us determine what is here on this channel and what's coming up, please don't forget to follow me on other social media. I'm at BEAUZ, but the place where it all goes down is usually on Instagram. So if you want to come find me over there, that would be fantastic. That is all for today. Thank you very much for watching. I appreciate you always, and I will see you in the next one.